Let's turn to the other major news of the day now. Joining me is Shadow Minister for Education, Sarah Henderson. I spoke, Sarah, with your colleague Jacinta Price just a moment ago about how the government seems to be missing in action when it comes to real issues affecting real people like cost of living. But your portfolio, education, is another. You've been quite vocal about the declining standard in schools. Is Labor, they seem to be asleep at the wheel when it comes to education, which I would have thought would have been a real bread and butter issue for them.
Well, James, good evening. Great to join you. And yes, Labor has been asleep at the wheel, and we saw that again today when Labor put up the most nonsensical scheme, the Startup Year Loan Scheme, which is proposing to charge student entrepreneurs nearly $12,000 for courses they can currently do for free. So that is insane. And we've seen HECS debts go up by 7.1% on 1 June. The average increase for a HECS debt is now $1,700. That's hitting more than 3 million Australians. So, and as you say, in relation to student standards, we've not seen the Education Minister Jason Clare put any proper focus on declining school standards. It's now so serious that 20% of Year 7 students are starting with a reading skill of a grade 4 student, 3 years behind, James. I mean, this is horrendous. And we know explicit education works, and we've seen some great examples of that. We know the teaching of phonics work. So why isn't this government saying to the states and territories, to schools across this nation, get on with it and deliver this type of instruction which will lift standards?
Well, it's pretty amazing to me, Sarah. You know, we saw Jason Clare during the election campaign out there front and center. And since the change of government, I don't think we've seen him barely at all.